everybody. It's Joanne from Joanne Ralston Art. How are we today? First, I want to say I am fabulous. I'm getting my Christmas presents done. It's really kept me busy. And I've reached 1,000 subscribers. I am so tickled. But I want to know where everybody gets these cute little certificates that they post saying that they've got 1,000 subscribers or that they've gotten so many hours watched and stuff like that. I've checked my email boxes and everything, and I haven't gotten anything. So if you know, give me a shout. But anyway, I'm getting ready to resin some of my Christmas presents. And most of them are box tops, 4 of them are coasters. And I use stone coat. I really like stone coat. And here's another reason I like stone coat so well. My hardener has turned a little bit yellow. It's kind of an off yellow. Anyway, I tested it last night on a couple different, one canvas and one coaster to see what it was going to do before I started putting it on my Christmas presents. Because if it didn't work, I was pretty well screwed because I could never get it ordered and back in time. But anyhow, when I mixed it, it cleared up. When I put it on, it was clear. When it dried, it was clear. So I'm in good shape. So anyway, when I do my resining, I tape pill bottle lids on the bottom. I like the big ones the best. I have to use 2 if I use the little ones. And I got to really watch on the 2 to make sure that it's level. All of these are level, but I'm going to have to make sure they really look level. These box tops for my playing cards boxes, I'll have to make sure because they tend to want to lean once you start working on it. Anyhow, I'm not sure how much I'll need, so I'm going to at least mix up 1 batch and let you see the process. And it's not exactly the temperature down here that it should be, but it worked last night, and it was even colder last night, so I'm going to do it. But I'm going to do 8 ounces. So I'm going to pour, I'm going to take a glove with me. I am going to pour 4 ounces of each in here. And I want to do that one second. No, I want to do that one first. That's right. Do the thinner one first. And that's the second one, the hardener. Because it makes it a whole lot easier mixing. Because the hardener will stay down in there, or the first one will stay down in there in the bottom and not mix very good. Okay. Just a smidge more. Nope, just a smidge more. That should take care of it. All right. When working with resin, alcohol and baby wipes are your best friend. The resin doesn't like alcohol and baby wipes. It will clean things right off. So, let me show you. See, that's not very yellow at all once you pour it out. So it worked fine. I was really thrilled. All right. Now the first bottle, bottle A, is very thick. When you get close to where you're supposed to be, start slowing down on your pour so you don't over pour. And I'm not doing that under the camera. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put it up there where my eyes can see. Okay, I need a little bit more. And I'm also a little bit afraid of getting this on my paintings. Okay, perfect. I did perfect. And then what I always do is I'll take a baby wipe and I'll wipe the lip and then put the lid on it. Okay. Now, you can use a plastic stir like this. You can use a wood stick. It's not recommended. So, and like I said, baby wipes and alcohol or your friend, it'll come right off. Or a lot of people recycle their cups. They'll leave some resin in there and they will leave their stick in there and let it dry. And then you squeeze your cup a little bit and you just pop it out of there. Okay, now you can see. Now you gotta stir this for 4 minutes. So stirring this causes air bubbles. And with the air bubbles, your torch or your alcohol is your friend. And your alcohol in art, it's best to have the 91%. It works the best and it will get things cleaned off. Now, this particular kind of cup, I don't keep, but some people do. You can also use, where is mine? It's close here. Let me get that. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. You'll have to remind me. But you can use one of these. You can use these to stir your paint, or you can use them to stir your resin. It doesn't matter. But I usually just hand stir for 4 minutes and it seems to suffice. And just like paint, you want to go around the sides and around the bottom. Scrape your spatula and keep on stirring. All right, let me finish stirring this and I'll be right back. Okay, we got her stirred up and we're ready to go. I'm gonna start, I've got resin around my cup, so I keep getting it on my glove, which I don't want to do because I'm going to need my left. I use my right hand to spread this. I don't use a stick. And then I use my left hand I keep it clean for my torch. And also I double the glove on my right hand. So I'm going to start here with the coasters. And you just put it out in the middle, how much you think it'll take to cover it. Sometimes you don't get enough, and sometimes you get too much, but it doesn't matter. Okay, now, because it's so cold, I'm going to go ahead and heat it up and torch some bubbles. This is when I wish I had a heat mat. So that I could warm up the resin and it would do a lot easier. It's hard to get these sides. And no matter what you set these on, you kind of gotta stay. I want to pick it up is what I want to do, and you're not supposed to. But you gotta wipe the sides and the corners. And this is self-leveling, so it will level itself. I'm going to lift them up. Now this one I might have got too much on. But it'll drip off what it doesn't need. After you spread it, you'll want to torch it, or you can spray it with the alcohol. It will also pop the bubbles, and it will evaporate and not interfere with your resin at all. So don't worry about that. My back is killing me. I'm having lots and lots of problems. But things have to be done. Okay. Now, I got that done. So what I will do is I'll take a baby wipe and wipe this glove off, especially my thumb, so that I can torch and get all the bubbles out. And that's that. So I will continue to cover these same way, and then at the end I'll show you what to do to make sure you don't get a lot of dust in them. Okay? Okay, I got them all covered. Now, something I didn't say, if you do use the alcohol to pop the bubbles, do not use the torch. You'll catch things on fire. And you want to make sure you clean that thumb off before using the torch, because if you get resin on your torch, it's going to freeze your button. Now, I still have 2 ounces left. So what I will probably do, I'll either make a mold or I will pull something else and resin it over on my drying table. You don't want to move these after you get the resin on them. And what I do when I finish, I take the torch over it one more time, nice and even, so that I get all the bubbles, and also so it warms the resin. And this is how much I probably torch it, the way I'm moving my hand. But I want the resin to get warm and finish leveling out. And I want the resin to get rid of all its bubbles. So, now the last thing that I do is I have 4 cups here. And I put my cups out. And you can use, I got this at the dollar store. You can use this, or you can use like Lisa Marvin does. She uses her paintings, but you want to put something over it. You can put those picnic nets, you can put a box, whatever you want to do to keep dust from floating down and landing on it. And wait till tomorrow and it's dry. Now once it's dry, you want to start taking the tape off, because you don't want it to sit there a long time. It makes it harder to get it off. But that's it, folks. I hope I taught you something you didn't know. I hope I didn't bore you. And I want to thank everybody, all the subscribers, for all the subscribing they did for me. Now all I got to do is get my watch hours up. So if you don't mind, help me out there. I'd appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Love you. Bye. And here we are the next day for dry results. And I wanted you to see, look how pretty they pull the colors. And I've got the wrong lights on again. Sorry, everybody. I'll try to angle it so you can see. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? And then I'll just show you one of the coasters. I just love this one. This is the Grenache. And this is my Ohio State. This one's really pretty. And then this one's really pretty. But I didn't think you needed to see me do them all, but I wanted you to see about removing the tape. All right, I'm to that spot right now. All right, no, I'm not. Oh, I'm crazy. This one with the wood box is pretty easy. I don't have to heat it it's because the resin ran over onto the back side and dried there. So it didn't dry along the edge. Now I'll show you one that dries along the edge here in a second. But this is the most satisfying part, getting to see what you created finished with a coat of resin. Now I'll go back and I'll paint the wood part and the inside of the box, either black or gold. And there we have it. And it's done. Nice, neat. The wonders of tape. Now, on this one, it's a little bit different. And there's my pill bottle lid. I'm going to try to get this middle tape out first. And that gives me a nice edge to deal with. And I can never find where the tape began. So I just loosen it up. I got tape. There it is. All right. On this one, oh, I got a big hair in it. Why didn't I see that? Anyway, things like that happen, and there's the hair. All right, what you got to do, see how the resin dripped over and it drips along the edge. So what you have to do to be safe, so you don't destroy what you've made, is take your torch gun and just go real quick and warm it up. And it comes right off, nice and neat, without the bubbles. Well, they're not bubbles, the drippings. And because you don't want to force it, because it may pull the painting with it and mess up what you've created. And you don't want to mess up what you created because you worked too hard for it. Okay. And then you just heat it. And it comes right off. And then you've got a nice, beautiful edge. And same thing with this. I paint the bottom either black or gold. And that's it. Same thing with doing paintings. As a matter of fact, let me grab one real quick. With my leftover resin, I grabbed this painting. And the same thing with paintings. It drips over the edge, and you have drips of resin. And you want to loosen your tape up. Make you a starting point. Oh, I was loosening. And then you do a little heating. If you see smoke, it's time to stop, and it comes right off. And you heat it. Boy, that leaked. I did this painting last Christmas. I'm just now getting it resined. Okay. You heat it, and you pull it right off. Heat it. It comes right off. And then you've got a nice clean edge, and your painting's done. Beautiful. All right, folks. Hope all that was great information for you. Not too long, not too boring. But I wanted to take you step by step from the beginning to the end. And that's what we did. So, thank you. See you later. Love you. Bye-bye.